So my name is Alex Colvin. I live in Bernie, California, and I had the honor of meeting this gentleman, Roy Carver, and I felt like Roy Carver he's pretty entrenched in Bernie history. Roy, how long have you lived here in Bernie?
Since 61.
61. Okay, so the mill was going then.
Well, see, I didn't work for this mill. I worked for organizer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started out at Beaver in 49.
You started in Beaver in 49.
In 49.
Okay. Now I hear that that people hunt bear up here.
Yeah, I've been hunting bear ever since 49.
Hunting bear since 49.
Ever since 49. Used to, there wasn't no season. You could hunt them year round. You could kill them year round. And you didn't have to buy no tags or no nothing.
Now, Linda, are you getting this good here? Okay. And the sound's okay? Okay. So from 1949 you started hunting bear.
Yeah.
And back then you didn't need tags or anything.
You didn't even have to have a hunting license or nothing for a bear. You had to have deer tag and hunting license, but you didn't have to have no bear tag. There wasn't no season on it.
No season on the bear.
Out from 49.
Well, go ahead and talk a little about the bear up in this area.
Well, right in this area, there bear, quite a few bear, but now we're over around Beaver and on Big Valley Mountain. There's a lot of bear in there. Up tree in McLeod and Pondosa, all in there, they used to have cookhouses in them camps, and them bear would come in there and eat.
Oh.
And that's where we started the bear off of, was off the bait.
Okay.
Where they was eating.
Right. So how many bear do you think that you have you hunted in your life?
Oh, I have, there's no telling how many that I've hunted. But I've probably killed 15 or 2,000 bear myself.
1,500 to 2,000 bear.
Yeah.
And when you go out, is it a one-day trip to go out? Would it be one-day trip to go out?
Well, sometimes you kill 4 bear in that one day, but you don't know how many bear you're going to kill.
And how did you find the bears?
Yeah, you got hounds.
Hounds.
Dogs. And that's the way you find them bear. We were turning the dogs loose on them where they was eating it. Say Pondosa, they had a cookhouse and everything. That was a logging camp from McLeod. And also Camp Hagen was a logging camp from McLeod. So that's where we started up bear from that. But we didn't just kill them and leave them. If we killed a bear, we brought it in and eat it. There wasn't no waste there at all.
Use every part of the bear.
Yeah, not the people here.
Right.
But the people started coming from the city up here, and they started killing them for the gallbladders.
Oh.
And that's what happened to a lot of bear. And the game warden didn't seem to do anything about it.
And when did that start? People coming up and killing for the gallbladders?
Well, that was in the 50s.
In the 50s.
In the 50s.
Was that to sell them to people in China or something?
The what?
Would they sell those gallbladders to people in China or where?
No, they sell them anywhere down in L.A. and that. That's where all the Chinamen was out anyhow.
Right.
That's what they made all that stuff.
And they would take the gallbladder and just leave the bear.
They leave the bear.
Wow.
That's a waste.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So what?
But the game warden wouldn't do nothing about it. For some reason, maybe they couldn't.
I wonder why that was.
I don't know. Understand. Never did understand. And another thing, they was killing bear over there at McLeod because they eating trees. they used to pay us to kill a bear. But I never did kill very many bears. I thought I'd taken the bear myself. If I killed a bear, I'd taken the ears in, got $2 or $3, $4, that was what it was. But now we all this eat the bear, or brought it home, or rendered the lard out and used the lard. And we pretty well used the whole bear. All this has.
Now you told me one story about you and 2 others went out and got snowed.
Yeah, that was on a mountain lion hunt.
On a mountain lion hunt? So you hunt mountain lions too?
Oh yeah, I've hunted a lot of mountain lions. I got pictures here, I'll show you one.
Okay, well.
But anyhow, now we went in on McLeod River, there where the Forest Service has got houses. And we got stranded in there, and it's snowing and raining. And this guy said, I tried to get him to stay 2 or 3 more days. See, you could come in on the boat there and picked us up, for that matters, because it's come off Shasta Lake. But anyhow, he said if he couldn't make it out that day, he couldn't make it out. He said he wouldn't make it out. Well, we started out, and the snow was just about that deep. Yeah, we got up on top of the mountain and started leveling out, really. And this guy over here, Spud Lick, the rest of us, and him went on to the pickup. I was breaking the trail, see. And he was behind me, and then Harley Johnson behind him. Well, Harley, I'd say maybe about a half a mile from where the pickup was, that's when he fell over dead, but he was behind, see, we didn't know nothing about it.
Just hiking, he just fell over dead.
Yeah. And he was sitting on his sleeping bag dead. So we went back there, and I told Bud, I said, well, I'll walk out and get somebody to come in and everything. And he said, no, I ain't gonna stay with you. I said, well, I'll stay with him and you can walk out. So he walked out, but he started out in the pickup, and the first canyon he come to, he said something just told him that there wasn't no bottom in there, to drive on. So he got out, looked down, and he left his pickup there. He left it there. This was probably maybe. I would say in June, maybe in May. But he didn't get his pickup out until way up in the summer.
Wow.
So they had to rebuild that road. But when he got to the highway, he said he crawled across the road. And this woman gave him some rubbing alcohol to rub on himself, He would, on his legs and whatnot. And he turned it up and drank it. One hand to kill it. But it didn't. It filled him up, and he called some of my hunting buddies and stuff. So they come in the next morning about 4 o'clock where I was at. So I come back out with them, and the guys come in and picked up Harley the next day, brought him out.
Wow.
They brought a mule in there, but the mule couldn't get across the canyon.
Oh.
So they had to take ropes and pulleys and set him across the canyon on the rope. Well, it was rough. I mean, it washed the roads out bad.
No, I'm just, what year was that? Do you remember about what year?
Yeah, it was 50. About 53, 54, something like that. Or 5, somewhere. It was in the 50s.
Yeah. Now I'm just wondering if you could, by the way, that was the first summer I ever came up here, was 1955.
Yeah,
that summer, yeah. So,
it was a bad winter in 55.
It sounds like it was, yeah.
If you come up in 55, you know it.
Well, I remember coming up in the late 50s, and there was usually a lot of snow up here in the winter.
Yeah,
We sled.
it could be 55, but it might be 9, 10 foot of snow right out on the left.
Uh-huh. Well, I understand that that you can't use dogs anymore.
You can't use them. Not on bear and bobcat.
So that's affected a lot of the bear hunters around here.
And they still left one of them. Well, there's some still hunt, cheating and hunting, but if they get caught, it'll cost them.
Uh-huh.
Now the game warden will do something about it, but used to they didn't.
And so, just overall, how would you say from 1950 up to the present, how have things, over the years, how have things changed?
Well, it's changed a lot, really. The deer herd is killed out, and no deer. But there seem to be quite a few bears that keep coming in, and there'll be lots more because we was getting about 1,700 bears a year. So that'll all stop mostly. One way you kill a bear now, just go out there and be looking, see him and kill him. But it'd have to be bear season, though. You can't go out there any time of year.
And what other kinds of animals have you hunted in this area?
Well, I've hunted a lot of bobcats, treated a lot of bobcats. Used to have a real good cat dog. And I treated a lot of mountain lions and a lot of coons. I've hunted all of it.
Right. So you know this area pretty well. And we're going to come back to you on another occasion, and we're going to talk about fishing.
Oh, I know a lot about that too.
I know. I've been told that you do. And also we might sometime, just want to talk about changes that you've seen in Bernie and with the lumber business and things like that. Yeah. But this is our bear hunting video with Roy Carver, and this one will end right here. I just want to thank you very much for sharing this with the world, and and then we'll talk more about local history and fishing in the future.
And I'll tell you some more bear stories on the bear deal.
Give us another bear story.
Well, okay, this one time we was out hunting and treed this bear up a big tree, and this same guy, Spud Lake, he come up with me, and so we treed him up there in this tree, and I shot the bear, and he fell in the fork of a tree, and he had to come home and get a power saw and cut the tree down. And the bear fell under the tree, but he cut out, and we cut off a couple of hams to bring out that night, and we went in next day and picked up the rest of the bear. Now, that was a long story.
That's right, yeah. I mean, you had to cut the tree down to get the bear.
But it was a big bear.
What's the biggest bear that you've ever...
Well, I figure something like maybe 750 or something. You could look at the picture over there and figure out to yourself how much.
Okay.
One bear that I killed at French Gus, they've been running him for 16 years. So I went down one Sunday evening, and there's a guy down there at French Gus, that's where the dumps is. And he was there, and he come out there and he told me, he said, you can run that bear, but you can't kill it, you can't treat it. And I said, well, I killed that bear every morning, early. So I just drove in there, some dogs. And them dogs jumped out of that Jeep, it had a canvas top on it. The bear was in there when I drove up. They jumped out on him, up the hill they went. So I just grabbed that M1 carbine, which that's what I killed all the bear with. And I went after the dogs, and it was just getting kind of daylight. And it had been raining, and it just kind of water, snow, what it was. It wasn't no really snow, it was watery stuff. But you could track, got about halfway up that hill, and the blood was just streaming there. You know, I mean, it really coming out. So I just thought, well, he got a hold of one of them dogs. I went on up, and there they had him bait on, kind of on that side of the ridge. And I eased up there behind this big oak tree there. And I eased up behind that, and I just stepped up behind it and shot him here behind the shoulder. And he looked at me, and here he come after me. So I shot him twice more, and I killed him. So I'd taken the goddamn out, and I just he would roll down. It was steep on the other side of the hill where he was at. So he'd roll, and he'd hang up on brush and stuff. I'd get him loose from the brush, and he'd roll him some more. I rolled him out to that trailer house.
Oh.
That old man come out and said, yes, that's him.
Oh, wow. And what kind of bear was it?
That was a brown bear.
Brown bear. Is that mostly what are around here, brown bear?
Well, there's black bear and brown bear too. And some of them there's kind of a white bear in it too.
There's a white bear.
Yeah. There's a few of them, but not very many white ones.
Uh-huh.
So that's the story on that one.
All right.